I'm autistic, and the first woman I ever spent the night with was a friend of my mom's. She was in her mid-40s at the time, and not to be gross, but that was cash. I'm not saying it should be your first choice, but if you're a rizless young man, there may be a divorcee out there who can make your life a lot more fun. Every Mother's Day needs a mother's night, so if you want to get some play, treat a mother right. As some of you know, I'm building an army of the homeless. I'm paying them donuts to come to my aid should the need ever arise. I've been doing this every Saturday for a while now, but this Saturday I'm gonna be out of town. And as Napoleon Bonaparte once said, an army marches on its stomach. So I headed down to my local donut shop. I bought 1.5 dozen, and now I'm seeing how fast I can get rid of 18 donuts. I'll remind you that I'm not doing this because I'm a good person. This is not an act of charity. No, this is mobilizing for war. I've already secured 6 oaths of fealty and dubbed my first knight. By the time all is said and done, I will be the king of downtown Phoenix. Beloved by all, except those who get in my way. And there are perks that come with royalty. As king, I get right of Prima Noctis, my pick of the first donut. I think we're feeling a twist today. Some of you might ask, isn't monarchy evil, absolute rule? The way I see it, monarchy is badass, as long as you're the king. King Fritz, signing off. I'm autistic, and I'm building a prison for the morbidly obese. You would come and sign a very long waiver, and then we'd lock you up and teach you how to cook your own delicious but healthy food. The prison will be quite comfortable, but it will still be a prison, and your sentence continues until you reach a healthy weight. So if you'd like to be an investor or an inmate, now's a great time to hit like and follow. I'm autistic, and I'm starting my own cult. Why though? Well, there's 2 reasons that people become cult leaders. One is money. The other, I'm not allowed to talk about. Unfortunately, I care too much about my followers to steal their money. So instead, I'm going to use you and your votes to siphon taxpayer money. Let me explain. Loving County in West Texas has a population of about 80 people. Basically nobody lives there, but the taxable value of all that land is almost $100 billion. So if we can pack 100 cultists into RVs and travel trailers, then move there, we can control county government for as long as we'd like. We'd start by raising property taxes to the tune of $50 million a year. Then we'd create a bunch of fake county government jobs to fill with cult members. We can even run an economic development program to give money to cult-affiliated companies. Each and every cultist would be pulling down maybe $300K for doing basically nothing. This is probably not going to happen, but if you'd like to be involved in case it does, you should probably hit like and follow. Membership preference will be given to applicants who can chant. This is your humble prophet, Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and I've been researching the use of children to get dates with beautiful women. I call it Uncle Riz. Here's how it works. Just text your older sibling and say, hey, can I take older sibling Junior out for ice cream and to throw a ball around? They'll say yes, because they know you and trust you and would welcome the break. Then you go pick the kiddo up and take them to the best ice cream shop in town. Once they've gotten their fill of strawberry or some lesser flavor of ice cream, you'll take them to a park. Naturally, you're gonna pick the park where beautiful women hang out. Almost every city has one. And then you'll grab a football, or a baseball, or a soccer ball if you live in some lesser country. And you and the kiddo will post up around some women who are just sunbathing or reading or something. Proceed to be the awesome uncle that you should be anyway. And hey, maybe you'll accidentally make a bad throw, and the ball will roll towards a woman you want to talk to. Maybe she'll notice that you're not wearing a ring and assume that you're a single father, and a good one at that. And maybe, just maybe, once she finds out that it's not your kid, she'll think, wait, somebody trusted this guy with their child, so I can probably trust him too. And once a girl trusts you even a little bit, it's a lot easier to get her number. So if you want to learn how to rizm with the tism, hit like and follow. I'm autistic, and I like to touch women. But before I do that, it's important to get their consent and make sure that they want to be touched. And one thing that helps me get there is feeling confident and being okay with who I am. Because if I think I'm enough, then she's more likely to as well. So if you want to learn how to rizm with the tism, hit like and follow. I'm autistic, and I'm still seeing a concerning amount of Hawk Tua jokes on social media. You've got Hawk Tua this and Hawk Tua that, but maybe it's time that you talk to a pretty girl. I'm autistic, and one of the most common questions I get is when to tell a girl that you have autism. If you have a hard time with eye contact or have ever mentioned Sonic the Hedgehog, bro, she already knows. So just do your best to be charming and don't worry about it too much. And if you want to learn how to rizm with the tism, hit like and follow. I'm autistic, and my special interest is Riz. I found out about 4 years ago that putting points in my speech skill allows me to date beautiful women. And better yet, if I build a connection with the right girl and give her what she needs physically and emotionally, she'll cuddle up with me and smile and nod when I talk about the history of the Holy Roman Empire. Guys, I know this sounds insane, but I've done it. It's the best. So if you want to learn how to rizm with the tism, hit like and follow. I'm autistic, and I've been touching women. It's one of the most important parts of my Riz research, or Rizsearch, because if you're not already great at social skills, it can be hard to know how and when to physically escalate. It is genuinely okay to try and put the moves on a girl, but you can't make her feel unsafe or uncomfortable in the process. Here's what I've found works based on the experiments that I've run. When you're on a first date or out at a bar and you're talking to a girl you like, Find some surreptitious way to offer her your hand. One great move here is to walk somewhere with you in front, then sticking your hand behind you and seeing if she takes it. If she doesn't take your hand, then she's probably not interested. But if she does, well, there might be something there. I'll be talking more about my research here in the coming days, so if you'd like to learn how to rizm with the tism, hit like and follow along. I'm autistic, and 127 days ago, somebody asked me, can you drink with autism? Well, I just polished off my second margarita, so I hope so. More seriously though, it's a dangerous thing to do. Not because they mix poorly, but because they mix well. My father and his father were alcoholics. They were also, like me, autistic as hell. And if you could step into my brain for just a day, you would see the link in no time. For guys like me, alcohol is a wonder drug, albeit with some pretty nasty side effects. It makes me more social, less self-conscious, more outgoing. But more than anything, it quiets the voice in my head. This is gonna sound silly, but I am constantly trying to unlock the secrets of the universe with that thing between my ears. It is exhausting, and alcohol is the only solution that I've ever found. If I need my brain to shut up, and yeah, sometimes I do, I will drink in moderation, no more than twice a week. It's not a perfect solution, it's not super healthy, but it's what I do. We're all just doing our best. But if you're like me, I would encourage you to be very careful. It's the sort of thing that can get really ugly. I'm not looking for alternatives, so please don't leave them in the replies. I don't care what strain they are. I care about you all, and I hope you have a great night. Fritz Johnson, signing off. If I were stuck on a lifeboat in the middle of the ocean with one of my friends and one other guy, I would not make friends with the other guy. And it's the same thing here. Look, I don't want to know what raw badger meat tastes like, but if I have to find out, then I will. I'm autistic, so here's my plan to legally steal an island worth $3 billion. The city of South Padre Island in Texas is a resort town with a lot of Airbnbs and very few voters. So few, in fact, that if you could get 1,000 loyal voters to move there, you could win every local election for as long as you want. And once you've accomplished that, you could 10x property taxes and ban Airbnbs. With property taxes at 5% and the highest and best use banned, property values would plummet. And that is when we go shopping. At the fire sale. Look, I realize that this is an insane and kind of messed up way to make money, but that is my specialty. This is yours, as always, Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and I've been researching how best to touch women. And one thing I've learned is to never pull a woman towards me. There are ways you can silently invite a girl to cozy up. But if you pull her in, guys, that's worse than saying, where's my hug at? So this is your reminder to not act needy. And if you want to learn how to rizm with the tism, hit like and follow. So yeah, that's all I've got. And guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. You really do mean the world to me. And guys, it would mean a ton if you took a second to hit like and subscribe. I think you guys know that this is Fritz Johnson, signing off.